Good morning, boys and girls. So today we are going to review some suffixes and one prefix. So first, we will talk about these two suffixes. The suffixes li and full can be added to the end of a base word to make a new word. So think of the word beauty. If I add full at the end, it becomes beautiful. Now, let's think about the base word love. If I add ly to the end, it becomes lovely, and it changes the meaning of the word. Now, the ER ending in two-syllable words stands for the sound. When the ending is added to a base word, it can mean a person who something. So, if let's talk about the base word teach. I teach. I am called a teacher. Means a person who does something. So teacher is a person who teaches. Teacher. Okay, now the prefix un can be added before a base word. It means not, or it means the opposite of. So, if I have the word truthful and I put un before it, it becomes the word untruthful. That means the opposite of truthful. So let's look at these words here and see if we could add either these suffixes or word endings or a prefix to make a new word. So let's look at this first word, lock. Can I add the suffix ly to it? Lockly is not a word. Lockful, is that a word? No. What about the word locker? Is that a word? It is. A locker is a thing. It's a locker is a naming word for a kind of a box that you lock your school books inside. You can put your gym bag, but that's what a locker is. Okay, so let's look at our next word here. Hope. Let's try adding the suffix ly to the end. Hopely. Does that make sense? Let's read it but put a full at the end. Hopeful. Is that a word? Yes, so full means full of, so hopeful means I'm full of hope. Hopeful is a word. Okay, so let's look at this next word. What is it? Help. Let's try this suffix. Helply? No. Helpful, is that a word? That's correct. Helpful. Okay. Now, let's go to this next word here. Glad. Can I put a ly at the end? I can. Gladly is a word. Gladly. What is this word? True. Truly. Can I add a ly to the end to make it the word truly? I can. I will take the E away and add ly. Truly. Okay. Now let's look at our next word. Use. Usely? That is not a word. Useful. Is that a word? It is. Useful. Okay. What about teach? Teachly? No, that's not a word. Teachful? That's not a word either. What about teacher? Is that a word? Yes, this means that this is describing a person that teaches. Now, let's take our word work. Workly, is that a word? No. What about workful? Is that a word? Nope. What about worker? Is that a word? That is very good. Worker is a person who works. Okay, now let's look at this word help. Let's take the base word help, and I will write it over here. Because I can add more than one suffix to the end. We added helpful to the end, but I didn't even look at this. If I add ER to the end, it becomes helper. Okay, so sometimes you can put many different suffixes or prefixes on different words. Okay. Now, let's also look at this word here. This word helpful, I can take our prefix un and I can put it at the beginning to make it the word unhelpful. I can also add the prefix un to the beginning of the word useful to make it unuseful. I can also add the word un to the word hopeful. That means not hopeful, unhopeful, unhelpful, unuseful. So, good work with this, and we'll talk to you later.